Welcome back to another episode of Disco Elysium. I'm World Undone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's walk and talk. It's been a few days since my last recording. And what a recording session it was. Here, let me zoom out a bit. Did a lot of things. So I looked up what I think this means. I believe it says, "One day I will return to you." At least according to Google Translate. So why are we heading in this direction? Well, I don't know what's going to happen once we get over to the island. And I'm running somewhat low on healing items. Now that I don't have to pay rent, because our heroics have convinced Gart that cops get to stay free, we need to buy some healing items. Just in case. So, where are they? I think they're there.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
So, I'll buy a Druamine.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? What I also might do, now that I have the opportunity, and I should still have tons and tons of skill points. Yeah, I do. I think I'll upgrade my endurance. Because I think that gives me more health. Yes. Okay, great. Now I have 4 health. So I should be better prepared for what the game has in store for me. And honestly, right now, I'll put on this. Gives me a little less empathy, but that's fine. Last time, I feel like if I had worn this, it's possible that I wouldn't have been as hurt from the first shot. And if I stolen the what's it called, the leggings, porcelain leggings off of the corpse, I might not have even gotten hurt at all, even if I didn't dodge either shot. It's possible. I don't know what the game does in those circumstances, but it's possible. Because I feel as though the tribunal really could have gone a lot better. Like, 4 people died. And afterwards, for some reason, everyone was like, "Oh my god, you were so awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Copman." And I was just like, dude, I feel like I kind of ruined things in some regard. Like, I don't know if so many people would have died had I done a little bit better, if I had passed a little more of those rolls, if I had been a little more well defended. But what can you do? So, yeah, I'm sure you're going right into this episode. In the last episode, we realized, hey, you know who has a boat to help us out with? Lillian. And she's a cutie patootie to booty. So we're going to talk to Lillian. I'm also going to check in with Idiot Doom Spiral and his buddies, see if they have anything to say about my run-in with the Psycho Mercenaries. But yeah, and God, it was funny. I was editing all the videos, and like at the beginning of each video, I was sincerely like, okay, this is the last episode. This is definitely gonna be the last episode, or maybe the next one. And it went on like that for like 6 episodes. This game, man, it really does last ages. Not necessarily a bad thing, though. So here's Idiot Doom Spiral. They're still around, and I guess I can't go through here. I have to go all the way around. Well, whatever. Oh, that's new. At least I think that's new. A primer for small kids. Is that right? A textbook for first grade. Okay, looks kind of creepy, but Everything in this world is creepy. God, I still can't believe the Pale. I'm having trouble visualizing what the Pale would actually look like. I'm picturing lots of fog. But I might look it up after this playthrough's over.
Man, you're like bleeding now. Reality's really messed you up.
Alright, well, that's fair. I wonder if the twins have something to say about my condition.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
Nope. Now there's also Isobel. Might as well save at this point. She may not appreciate the news that Ruby has killed herself. But I may or may not tell her.
Our tenant, please. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I got shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
I guess you were right. The men with guns were coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Well, foreboding, but probably true. Alright, Lillian. Got a bit of a crush on you, Lillian, but let's not have that interfere with our professional relationship. We need a boat.
Officer, what happened? You're wounded. Why are you wounded? You look terrible.
Do you want to take care of me?
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Some people hurt me.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about.
I also got shot in the chest.
That's nothing to brag about, officer.
It really doesn't turn you on?
It's not serious. He'll be okay.
Alright.
You feel the ligament move on your left shoulder, and a small, warm drip of blood. It's nothing.
Oh, you should see the other guys.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Scoff in a masculine manner. Well, tempting. Let's see. I'm not a killer, I'm a cop. I was a killer long before this happened. Sure.
I've always taken you for one, that's for sure. Not a lot of RCM men who aren't killers.
Got a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
None of that actually helped the chances of us going on a date with her. That's sad. Okay, we need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
2 days of sunshine. It's got a bacterial infection. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back. And no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat. And no joyriding either.
Drinking won't be a problem. Joyriding?
Of course, man. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
Not along.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
What's on that island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Good question. One thing I was wondering, because I remember in one of the last episodes, I was really struggling to check out the island, and I couldn't figure out a way. I wonder if there was a way to just talk to Lillian and get over to the island before the shootout, if it's possible. It's just one of those things that I'm going to have to look up after this playthrough is over, basically. You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you?
My husband used to drink there.
Hmm.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
South side. Gotcha.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Alright, be seeing you. So, we've got a couple new quests we'll walk slowly over. I am slightly paranoid that I'm going to hurt myself if I start running around everywhere. Which wouldn't be the end of the world, but whatever.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Okay, kids. You've been to that island, right?
On that island?
God. Strange voice actor. Yes, that one. I like the other option. I need to know what's there.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Alright, calling it right now. These two are the murderers.
Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells?
I don't know what these are.
What then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Fire guy? Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Fair enough. Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
I don't know about this fire guy. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell which one now.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Is there anything you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think.
Were you hanging out with a murderer?
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
Twice.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Gotcha.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. Well, how do you not know if you've seen him?
We ran. He just yelled. We shouldn't be there.
Alright, let's talk about your dead dad. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Lillian didn't say that.
Don't say that. He didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Your father did not kill himself.
I don't know.
Oh boy. I dropped my phone. Alright, no cracks in the screen. Always get a protective case for your phone, kids. The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Fair enough. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
Okay. The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Is the other twin gonna finish your sentence for you?
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Bye, kids. Interesting. So, That's one task done. Is there anything I should check out before heading over there? I don't care too much about the speed freaks. Oh, I need to talk to Lillian. I wonder. Yeah, what the hell. We'll see if we dress up with all the suggestion clothes that we have. Do we have a better chance of going on that date with Lillian? We'll find out. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. We're back now. We don't really have any suggestion clothes, unfortunately.
Be careful out there. Sea's calm as death.
Yeah, didn't work. So, alright. Now what we'll do is we'll put on this fallen jacket. We've got our fair weather. I wonder if it's possible to get the helmet. It might be. But we might want to put on this for the reaction speed. And what else is there? Visual calculus, drama, empathy, logic, savoir-faire. Yeah, we gotta prepare. Now that we know how bad things can truly get. So we want to keep on the gloves, obviously. Okay. So, and we don't have our spirit bomb either. Okay, so excellent. We can use this boat now. Alright, well, got nothing else to do, so we'll save our game. Just in case we die.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Oh boy, I feel like we're taking a vacation in Venice, Kim. Romantic.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Alright, let's get in and ride. Pretty beautiful. So the game wanted me to make sure I had all the side quest things done. Which I pretty much do. We've got Portishead blasting on the speakers. Really does sound like Portishead. Is Portishead a dated reference? Do kids these days listen to Portishead? I really enjoyed them. Back when they were in their heyday. Never saw them live though. This certainly has a sense of finality to it. So I keep saying, yeah, okay, this is going to be the last episode, or next episode is going to be the last episode. It could be. This could be the end, lads. Is such a thing even possible? At this point, I'm suspicious that this game may never end at all. I wonder if your choice of radio station depends on what kind of cop you are. Like, if I was a superstar, crazy party cop, would I be blasting crazy rock music right now? I'm a little disappointed this isn't the smallest church in Saint-Seine, or whatever it's called. So that looks like gasoline in the water. Potentially. Difficult to tell, obviously. And I'm not even sure if it's relevant.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Alright. So, we've got crazy amounts of skill points. And we've gone to the island. So. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Right, you're talking about the revolution. The rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End. There was a depot? Oh yeah! That weird place where we didn't even try to enter because the chances were too low.
Ah, yes. So it seems.
And it was a red jack. What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Alright. So, anything else to check out here? Kim's got nothing to say. Before I go up the stairs, anything else around here? Oh? Is that tear? How useful is tear gonna be? Well, regardless, we have it. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Yeah, not exactly, Okay, so we can't go over here at all. And... weird, we can't examine that. I'm guessing we have to go up the stairs in order to examine that section. Well, up the stairs we shall go. I assume the game's gonna warn me if I have to take my gun out at any point, but maybe I'm assuming wrong. It certainly didn't... It warned me, but I didn't realize that I'd have to change into clothes right then and there, and wasn't going to give me a chance not to change. Still a little peeved about that. Attention, inflamme up. Okay. I can't help myself. I gotta make the Simpsons reference. Inflammable means flammable? What a country. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black viscous. Yeah, I think that's where the oil on the water came from. There's a lingering trace of mazut in the air. What is mazut? Okay, there's something here.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind. Just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other.
To the west.
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east.
The faraway roar of the city. Distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
This is the important one. Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Alright, beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
Below the silence?
A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world.
Ooh. Okay.
You hear some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Oh, I think I can. Kim?
Yes?
Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Mm-hmm. Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Alright, open our eyes. Okay, take a look at everything over here before making our way inside. The barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. Warm blood trickles down your armpit. The ligature is off. It's nothing. Doesn't sound like nothing. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Well, I did just produce an amazing feat of ladder climbing earlier. The little birch from the coin-operated viewer still holding on. Then again, that was before I got shot in the leg and shoulder. Hello? Don't run in place. Your leg got fucking shot off. Pardon my language. Can I go in here? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so there's 2 ways to go. Can I even go in here? No, I can't. So, one option. Oh, wait. This was once an armament rest. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Can I even go down there? Looks like I can. Oh. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Left there recently. What's this? Looks like a flak gun. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. There is a lot to look at here. Oh. Hand-eye coordination, huh? Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it's definitely a lot to go over in here. Army surplus winter scarf. Alright, let's take a look over here. Oh, Mazov. Right.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
I thought our shooter might have been a communist, but then I remembered this was a communard bunker, so there's probably just communist stuff lying around anyways. Let's sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Alright, let's leave and make ourselves a little conceptualization outfit. I'll be right back. Well, that didn't really work. But let's try it anyways.
Soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories. Animal adventure, not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes. Fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Okay, nothing out of the ordinary?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Alright, well, we'll leave. Maybe this person is a communist.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you wince instead of letting the words out.
So I didn't say it?
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No time to rest now.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
Maybe I can do a little bit of rest here. It is a task of mine. Anyway, let's put on our... It became a task, so I'm pretty sure there's a reason for that. Oh, what's here? Interesting.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
And that was rhetoric? Tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean? A generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
No, I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Alright, let's leave. Rest in the flak tower. So, I'm guessing the game wants us to have the horrible dream with my ex-wife. And so, they're like, oh shoot, he might end the game without having the dream. Let's make sure he has that dream first. But, on the other hand, it might help out. So we can try it. Okay, more healing items. Handy. Oh, that was for morale. We've got a lot of morale healing items. This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it. Right. Okay. So I'm going to save here and take a rest. See what happens.
The greasy old...
The offer still stands. Take it. You don't look so good.
The bed is quite inviting, all things considered. It's much warmer inside than out there.
Maybe a little shut-eye. Just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Let's curl up with our knees close to our chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Sleep.
I don't know why it said sleep like that. Where's Kim? Or, wait, am I in a dream? The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Starting to think this might be a dream. The door is here, still here closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. I'm looking for some pathfinding here, game. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Okay, I'm definitely creeped out. I have no menu either. Yeah, this has got to be a dream. Alright, well, if it's a dream, I can run wherever I want. It's not like I have a health bar right now. Where do I go? Okay. Here. Not looking forward to this, everybody. Really not looking forward to this. Let's go. Is this where we finally meet our ex-wife? Okay, where can we go? Go down to the chain. There's something there. What chain? Didn't explore enough before taking a rest. Nothing here. I am definitely scared. There's the chain. Walk into the water, now. You see her footprints on the water. Further. Who's this?
Dolores Day.
Dolores
The innocence
Day.
of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife.
Definitely.
You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean. I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off. Very off. Just let her go. Listen to me for once.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, how are you doing, Harry?
I'm in my head. I miss you.
Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads.
Do you miss me there?
Sometimes. Not as often as I used to. So much time has passed. More than it seems here.
She stares at her feet. The zebra stripes on the intersection. The lights of the video rental glow in her hair.
This is everything I always warned you about.
Something is off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag.
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
You don't have time to tend to my emotions?
She sighs and looks over her shoulder.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Crown of immortality? Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this.
She corrects a wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder.
Anyway,
Can you stay a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive, epic showdown.
no, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
That's the terrible way for it to be, though.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
But that's not a very good way for things to be.
It's not. But
She looks at her feet. Little golden sandals cover her toes. But what? Tell me there's something good.
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
That's it?
That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it. Just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
Maybe. I think I've reached the end of the investigation.
See? It just takes some time.
Oh God.
For you, I think it'll take something like 20 years, maybe. It was hard for me too. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
She looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green.
But I can.
Yikes.
She keeps her shoulders squared and her back straight. But it's clear, you're still making her sad.
20 years? That's so much time.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
So you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me?
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone.
Your innocence, Dolores Day. I'm sorry I made you sad.
It's okay.
It doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again?
No, Harry. We can't.
Why?
We already tried again, and it didn't work.
Is that how it is now? You should just try all good things twice, and then give up. By that logic, not you too.
Let's be the last sane people in the world, but only twice. If it doesn't work, let's lose our minds and let it all sink into the pail.
Yes, of course. You've got everything under control, and I'm hysterical because I don't want to keep hurting you.
What went wrong when we tried again? I can do it better. I won't ask
She
anymore.
does not seem relieved at all. Glances over her shoulder, then at you. The neon sign of the video rental glows behind her.
I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the X something.
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Everyone warned you.
Who? Everyone?
Everyone.
Oh, everyone in my brain.
Literally all of you.
I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure.
I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
Oh, God forbid you be impolite while you're breaking my heart.
What?
You know what's impolite? Consigning a lieutenant detective of the Revachol Citizens Militia to eternal damnation.
I am impolite with you, Harry, because you are the past. Me and those friends will have good times together in the future.
The evening wind blows in. The gown wraps around her like a white flag. She says,
This is how human beings operate.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
You're the morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
No, I meant mourning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the mourning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
She breathes out. It sounds more angry than a sigh. Sorry, you're 32 and I'm... Kim thinks I'm 58? That's problematic. On second thought, you're Dolores Day, Queen Regent of the territories of Muindi and Insulinde, and nothing else.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
I bought you this figurine of a headless fallen rider.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
But then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the headless fallen rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
What about dice? I had some custom dice made in this place, a doomed commercial area.
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome.
Okay, I won't give you things then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless fallen rider back then.
But you said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it.
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
We?
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
Actually, you didn't say it. You wrote it in a letter, a handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
I have it right here. Let me refresh your memory. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this.
Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take it grows, until by the time I reach the fuel station it has filled me completely. I step on the light rail and look back. Something something bow collector. I know it will be like this until I walk back to you. You, every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
Okay, stop. Yes. Are you happy now?
No, I'm not happy.
Then why are you doing this?
There's more. Kisses, kisses, kisses.
Very well. I wrote it. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. On Voyager Road. It was autumn. The first autumn. But Harry, please understand, it was 1,000,000 years ago. No, it was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I am no longer that person. This has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
I was cool?
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants. Smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex.
Alright, well, we have, no comment.
The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
A ticket stub.
Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin. The day we went east of the river. To the aquarium first. I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face. The octopuses. It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair. Kiss me. Talk to me about anything. Go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
Can't you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you, underneath the gown and that wreath.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford. Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
Oof.
I can only think that way about new people.
Alright, well, we gotta have our heart completely and utterly broken.
The you she saw is gone too. A small stack of sticks stand in its place, begging.
What now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about?
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, then you should let me go to the aerodrome.
You're not even human.
I am actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this gown and wreath, I have an ordinary soul and ordinary thoughts. The only thing inhuman about me is this.
She looks around.
This thing you've made me into. I'm sorry for saying so, but I just hate it. What is this? This is so far gone, Harry. I don't even...
No, you're special. You had glowing lungs.
My lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into some kind of...
I can still make your lungs glow. I know I can, if you only let me.
No answer. The arches of her brows quiver as she looks you in the eye and backs away from you. You won't do any of that. You can
Oof.
really make her cry.
Oof.
An apricot-scented ghost wafts out of her. Her skin, the fabric, into the flow of the air around you.
Alright, we'll try it. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. What's gonna happen?
Your feet still tremble from the steps you took, as if over an enormous distance, standing against her. Her body close to you, radiating more. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back.
It failed.
This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be horror. I should not have suggested it, and you should not have listened to me.
You're not kissing me back.
The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
You didn't kiss me back.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head.
Say nothing, stand there like a useless dildo. I thought you would. I know you still love me. You can't not.
She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street.
Why didn't you kiss me back?
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never cheated on you.
Wait, you're with someone else? Harlot! You're the apricot chewing gum scented one.
No, I'm just Dora.
Dora! Is that her name? Interesting. That's it then.
No, Harry. Not yet. There is one more thing you have to see.
She slides her hand down her chest and onto her lower stomach and smiles.
I'm pregnant.
Is it mine?
course not.
Ugh. Horrible. She looks down at her belly, then up into your old eyes.
I terminated yours.
Oof.
Don't you
Whoa.
You poor fuck. Poverty-stricken fuck.
Alright, this is getting really intense.
Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else.
No, this has to end. Do the last one. More questions. Ask more.
Don't go.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything.
You know,
You should go on without me.
it'd be nice if you could, like, at least match these dialogue options up in these very, very important, significant moments of the game. But hold on, what is there to do in Morova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into.
But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me, you asked me to be this way.
That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
Will we ever see each other again?
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Can't you see?
Hmm.
I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened? A year? 2? 5 years ago?
How will I see you again then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental.
I see. So I'm figuring that we wiped our memory so that we would stop having this recurring dream about our wife and our past life. And so they've been trying to protect me from this awful, awful dream that I keep having every night.
I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young, and I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum, like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness, after leaving you the first time, so long ago.
But this is intolerably bad.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry.
That's a pretty good line.
See you tomorrow.
Oh god. That's foreboding. Kim, can we talk about that? That was kind of rough. I would like to talk about it.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
No, an ex-wife dream.
The lieutenant nods solemnly. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
Let's solve the fucking case.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, halfway covered in blood from your wounds.
Let's comb the entire island, centimeter by centimeter. That's the next step in the task chain.
Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
Alright. So, we've completely and utterly broken our own heart. That's fine. So what's next? Jesus Christ, that was grim. That was grim, grim, grim. It's hard to think of anything more grim than that was. But that's probably why my mind was trying to protect me from it. So bad. Oh, can I try to figure this out again. And maybe I can go back here and try to talk to Kim again?
Soft covers. Serial
No,
light.
nothing there.
The greasy old.
No, I can't talk to Kim about the bed. So which way do we go? Left or right? We'll go left. We had to go right in the dream, so.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
Looks like we need a key for this. What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this? Obviously with a key.
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the door, then his bigger brother, then at the lock.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
You're right, we opened the big one. Do you see controls anywhere?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Alright. Seems legit. Let's open the blast door. We do have the panel somewhere around here. Let's head back up here. I'm still reeling a little bit from how truly devastating that dream was. Honestly, you're better off without her, Harry. At this point, it's time to let go. Oh wait a second. I'm going the wrong freaking way. First off, you have Kim now. Kim can be your life partner for the rest of days. Or maybe Lillian. At the very... I mean, sure, Lillian has kids that aren't yours, but she's not throwing it in your face and aborting your kids. The hatch is jammed shut. Ooh, what's this? Stuff. We got lots of morale healing stuff, but not a lot of other stuff. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Oh, we can go up there, though. Interesting. Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. Yeah, well, that's artillery for you. The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns echo on the water. Well, harbor's on lockdown, so don't think you'll find too much. That was a pretty good line about darkness and love. The ice cracks under your feet. Careful not to fall through. Sure, I'll do my best. Might as well save. You never know what horrors will be waiting around the corner. Did the game really mean to bum us out that much? I mean, obviously it did, but I don't know if I was supposed to go to sleep at that particular moment in time. Right, the chain. What do I do with the chain in real life? The winch is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain. And I'm guessing... Ooh.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there under the water, waiting for you, smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal. Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
Nah, we're not killing ourselves. We've got a case to solve. And again, we have Kim. And Lillian. But, man, I can't even pass that suggestion check. Maybe I am just consigned to be alone in hell forever. Then again, let's think about this. I mean, I did kind of ruin my ex-wife's life. Okay, here's the thing. Wait. The pain in your pelvis makes you wince. Then you continue. The inside of the fortress. You make out the console and the blast door. Right. Got some tear here. The depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast. A weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet, newly stocked with druamine. Well, can I take it? A canister full of
There's a
fuel.
rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Let's inspect the mattress.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Let's pick one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Tio Motiri, like the ones we found at Land's End, remember?
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both locations. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
Let's inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Let's touch the concrete.
Quite old and grimy, from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
And let's look through the hole.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left?
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right?
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two...
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
There it is.
Do you have a line of sight to the window?
Oh, I got a line of sight.
More than that.
Kim, with a pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure. I think we have it. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Why didn't we come here before?
Why? We don't go everywhere in a 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure.
6 people are dead. We could have prevented it.
Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
He looks north, over the fortification, then adds...
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
I like it. Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
On this island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Now, huh? Now, huh? Take some more tear. Not sure how useful it is, but we'll take it. Lots of skill points. And what the hell? Why don't we take out our gun? My VS. I have a feeling that conversation may have raised a flag there. Ooh, you feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. Yeah, I think taking out the gun was the right call. Again, we no longer have the spirit bomb. By the way, I wonder what happens in that scene if you don't have the spirit bomb. Do you just try to shoot the guy? And I also wonder what water rushes below, far down below. I wonder what happens if you pass the check, the suggestion check, with your wife in the dream. Is it even possible to, have a good ending there? I kind of feel like it isn't possible. Night terrors can really be a
This old
rough thing.
cylindrical generator. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
And we pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Excellent. So let's leave and start using that control panel. Oh boy. Man, I feel like we're getting real close. Real close to the end. Alright.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
What's all this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Let's push light interior.
The lighting in the room turns on with a sizzle, a dim ambient orange.
Let's slide radio dial.
The dial slides under the glass, dark and silent. Restoring electric power has not breathed life into it.
Let's turn emergency open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Okay, I get it. This is the final showdown here.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
Yeah. Before, outside, when we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
What's there?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
I also have a gun.
I know. It was not easy to avoid.
Oh, Kim. God. I haven't restarted for anything, but if Kim dies here, I might have to restart. If I feel like I can prevent it. Kim is more important than my ex-wife. More important than any other person here. Alright. So... nothing else I can click on here. A rubber dinghy. It's deflated, broken. Dingy? Small white flowers blossom all around you. It's all connected. Well, there he is. I see our murderer. Hello, sir. Why'd you kill the guy?
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire? 2 twins.
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
I like this guy's voice.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Okay, so you are a communist. You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console. That was one hell of a wheeze.
I should have burned that console down.
How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
It wasn't really rock and roll.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
But you didn't say that, Kim.
I did.
It was not rock and roll, it was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Okay, you're a real communist then.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
And there comes the Red-Brown Alliance. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
That a Bell McGraw?
It's a Triangong 446.
A Samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
Kim, you okay? It seems like you're fangirling a little bit.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
The Sinyao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, wiped from the board.
Sir, I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further. We're with the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
The words, "I am an enemy commander," sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be, dog?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then stares at it, just lying there.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Let's pick it up.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Let's inspect it. Closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Hieroglyphs, huh? It's as he said. It's a triangong, made in Sinyao.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a triangle, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does. The right type and the right calibre.
The lieutenant nods, glancing at the gun.
He's liking this.
Alright, let's stow it.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. In time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol.
So he's a veteran, and he's from fake Russia. I don't know what country fake Russia's supposed to be.
I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Or holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia. The army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, this dude did just take out a gun and start shooting people, so that is action, in some sense, but it's just so, like, such a communist thing. It's like, oh my god, I've deserted my comrades in arms. Alright, time to write a treatise on why that was bad.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too.
Fair enough. This is the Insulindian archipelago. Archipelago?
I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You've been hiding for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
I don't even know what that is.
It's inhuman. It's sick. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
You couldn't give up.
He nods, but he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government marked heavy fuel oil.
Wait, Jean-Vic Mayer, he, like, just left then? Because, those letters were only there this morning. Kim said they weren't there the day before.
Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk.
Wait. What? What?
The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Okay, so yeah, Google Translate wasn't quite as poetic. Well, I mean, it's still a pretty poetic way of saying it. One day I will return to you, but one day I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
The old man turns his eyes from the shore and back to you. Waiting for what?
For her to return.
Hey, we got that in common.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl, child, revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's gone.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Yeah, you were just afraid.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
The lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook, but does not take it out.
May the 13th, '08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with Coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower.
He gestures towards it.
Huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon. But I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
So, okay. He saw what was coming. He saw the army. And he realized, okay, no matter how much I believe in the, plight of the proletariat, the only thing we have to lose are our chains. He's like, no, we have our lives to lose for nothing. Because no matter if I stay or if I go, I'm just going to be dead here. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I hit the microphone. So, yeah. Like, I understand the feeling of just being like, wait, hang on. I'm literally just going to die for nothing right now, so why die for nothing? But he said he was going to go to the map room, and he lied. You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second. To do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
Know what?
That the bourgeois are not human.
Let's let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. Yeah. I don't know so much. It's like, oh, no, they're not human. It's like, no, they're human. Humans are just, capable of a lot of horrible things, man. I don't know how to tell you this. So right about now is when we'd be stopping the episode. And I've been thinking about it. I think we can pretty much keep this episode going until the end. It might be a very, very long episode, like twice as long, but I think that should be fine. So we're just going to keep rolling with this, and if it gets, crazy, yeah, we can pause the episode, start something new. If it's clear, like, oh, okay, turns out this is going to last way longer. But for now, I'm just going to keep this episode rolling. So, yeah, I guess this is pretty much the finale.